welcome to another episode of Real Talk Tonight. I'm your host, Heather Bravo. And today I am here speaking with my really good friend, Darin Maddox. Darin has been a good friend of mine for the last couple of years, and he does comedy and various other things. So we're going to kind of dig into his background and get to know him a little bit. And how are you?
Great, thank you.
Good. So why don't you start out by telling us where you're originally from?
Well, I'm originally from Chicago, Illinois, south side of the house. That's where I was born, partially raised. And then by the time I was around 11 or so was when we made our trek to California, staying in Reseda for about a year before we found the beautiful, sunny, super hot, super cold at night Palmdale, California, where I've dwelled on ever since.
I'm like Palmdale. No, that's funny. So you moved out with your whole family, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then at what age did you decide that you wanted to be a comedian?
Funny enough, that's a fairly recent development. Wow, what was it, 2018? I think I did my first open mic. It wasn't actually my decision. I was actually at an open mic in Ventura Harbor. Shout out. I was there supporting a friend of mine who was trying comedy for the second time himself. And he was like, "Hey man, you want to come support me?" And I was like, "Sure." And then after he went up and did his set, he was like, you should go up and do a set too." And I was like, "Yeah, that means like you have to write something and be prepared and like have a set, and I don't have any of that." And he's like, "Well, you perform, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do like theater, film, karaoke, singing, choir type stuff. I hadn't done comedy." So after about 8 rum and cokes, which is I think how most careers start in this business, I was like, I can be funny. I hear that. And I went up there and winged it for 5 minutes. And it was kind of fun. I actually got some decent applause from the other comics that were there because there was no crowd. And they were like, "Hey man, you're pretty funny. How long you been doing this?" And I was like, "Tonight's my first time."
You're like, all of 5 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, and I kind of like kicked it off. I put it on Facebook as like a gas, like, "Hey, I tried comedy," and I got a call from DJ Q-Ball. I don't know if you guys know Q-Ball,
Yeah.
but he was like, "Hey man, I got a show coming up in 2 months. You should do my show." And I was like, "What? No, this was kind of like a joke." And he was like, "Well, you got 2 months to get your shit together so you can be on my show." So I kind of like solidified the 5 minutes I did before, and then did it again in Lancaster, and it went over pretty well. So I was like, okay, well, there's something to it. So after that, I tried it a few more times, and then kind of just kept going.
Nice. Who were your major influences growing up? Like, who did you watch that were like comedians and be like, "Hey, that was some funny shit. I want to do that."
Wow, so many. It's actually something I never considered doing, though I have many influences. I think Eddie Murphy is probably the first person I'd ever seen raw and delirious. I mean,
Yeah.
changed the comedic game, in my opinion, as far as what comedy could be and what like an hour set could be. Richard Pryor, I didn't see his stand-up as a kid, but all of his movies, like he dominated the 80s as far as like comedic actors, especially African Americans. And not long after that, I discovered Sam Kinison, who used to crush, in my opinion. Like his angry voice, like we imitated him for decades. Anytime something happened in the house, it was Mom, we're having liver again. So he was a huge influence as well. Andrew Dice Clay, the Dice Man back then, was a monster. And then like current days, Bill Burr, Dave Chappelle, Kevin Hart. Um, what's his name? Gone too soon. Mitch
Hedberg.
Mitch Hedberg. The king
loved
of the
him.
one-liner, the king of the puns. Gosh, gone too soon. That guy, ridiculous funny. That guy could string together puns, like an hour set of just puns, just one-liners, and would rip your freaking gut apart laughing. May he rest. I wish I had that type of skill set, but I don't know. I'm more of a storyteller, in the vein of Eddie Murphy, Dave Chappelle, those types of guys. But yeah, once I started doing it, those were like my major influences.
Nice.
Oh, and Pablo Francisco, I can't leave him out.
Oh yeah, nice, nice.
He's a fun one. Yeah.
And so, right now, is your goal to do comedy? Are you trying to do something else and keep comedy on the side, or is it like your main focus?
Well, recently I've been living in the both and, so kind of both. Like I'll still be doing comedy shows, but I'm actually pushing pretty hard to get my film career, my film work back up and running and out there again. Working on a short film now and looking to get back up and auditioning. Yeah, get back out there. 43. Like some of the greats. Morgan Freeman, 45, I think he got his breakout role or something like that. So I got 3 years to pull it off before I gotta hang it up.
Morgan Freeman, wow, yeah. And so when it comes to your acting and what you're focusing on right now with that, so what have you done in the past that we may recognize?
Um, Most of it's like if you blink, you miss it type stuff. Background things, extra stuff, day players. But my big claim to fame is 17 again with Zac Efron, Matthew Perry,
Yes.
Leslie Mann. Yeah, I played one of the high school bullies.
Oh
In that movie.
wow, that's
So,
one of my daughter's favorite movies. I'm gonna have to
Yay.
go back and watch that again.
Yeah, because that's the one where I've got like 3, 4 actually really good scenes where you can see me in there in the background kind of doing my thing.
Mhm.
And then we hit #1 at the box office when it came out, which was really cool. Um, #1 on Netflix when it dropped to Netflix, which was really cool. Um, but yeah, I still get calls where people going, "Hey man, I think I saw you in this movie." I'm like, "What movie?" They're like, "17 again." And I'm like, "Nah, that was me." Like,
That
just
wasn't
kidding.
me.
Yeah, they're like screenshots and saying, "Well, no, I swear to God." I'm like, "Yes, yeah, that was me back in 2008. I was a 28-year-old high school kid."
Hey, at least you could play that though.
Hey, it's
That's
just like
awesome.
90210.
Basically, yeah.
Wasn't the original cast pretty much in their 20s and 30s?
Yes.
Basically, yeah.
Yes, they
I
were.
think Brian Austin Green was the only guy close enough. He was like 19 at the time. But yeah, all the rest of them were like pushing mid-20s to 30s, I think. And Dre was, I think, 30 before it wrapped up.
Yeah, yeah,
But she was also like 4'11", so she was blessed with a tiny gene.
yeah. And so, what kind of like what are you working on right now? You said that you're working on.
Um, yeah, I've got a couple of things in the pipeline. I've only got one almost completely written, and that's an original short that I call Revenge Inc.
Oh, okay.
or Revenge Incorporated. It's kind of like a dark A-team
Oh, okay.
type film I'm working on, where like when you can't call the cops or you can't get help, you call these guys and they take care of your problems for you.
Nice.
So it's kind of a dark take on that,
Okay.
where they're almost as bad as the criminal element. But if you need stuff done and you got the money, they'll take revenge for you.
So you're writing these,
Hmm.
and then do you have like somebody that you want to turn it into? You want them to read it? You want them to produce it, make it happen? Or are you gonna work on doing all of that yourself?
Pretty much doing it all solo. I may have a friend that I'm considering directing it because I was going to direct it myself. But I'm still batting it around. My friend Chris Folkson, we were talking about him possibly directing it. I haven't sent him the script yet because I haven't finished it. But once I do, he might be tempted to direct. If not, I'm totally down to direct it myself. The wonderful thing about it is like the whole thing plays out in my head, so I know exactly how I want it to look. So to hire someone to direct it is kind of scary because I'm like, oh, my vision. I'm
You
that
want
guy
them
now.
to have the same vision
I'm like,
as
vision.
you. Yeah, yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I've got it mostly cast already. I've got my cinematographers like on the line waiting for me to give them the call that we're ready to shoot. Yeah, just a few more tweaks, and then I gotta write the ending.
Tweaks, not tweakers. Let's get that straight.
Right, we are in the AV. Tweaks,
Yeah.
not tweakers. But I gotta finish the ending, and then I think cast like 3 more parts or so, and I want to start shooting hopefully by February next year.
Nice. Okay.
and then I want to write a Blue Marvel short, because part of my dream is to play Blue Marvel from Marvel Comics on the MCU screen one day. So
Call 'em.
I thought instead of yes, call me, people my number like in the line,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
flashing letters. So I want to do like kind of like an audition piece, like a short. And once again, I have it in my head how I want it to play out. I just got to shoot it, green screen it, and then once I get that in the can, upload it online, and hopefully it gets enough hits where Marvel takes notice before they cast somebody else to do the part.
Yes,
Which
yes.
I hope they don't do. Don't watch me, don't you do it.
We're watching you, Marvel.
Yeah, they already stole Black Adam.
Yeah, I don't know if I ever could have gotten as big as The Rock was for that film without CG. They'd have been like, fake. I'd have been like, yeah. Duh. Yeah, if you ever watched that, he's swole as shit in that movie. Jesus. They had to actually CG him down for some of the parts. Make him smaller. I was like, Jesus, that guy's huge. So yeah, he can have that role. That's all you, buddy. You did that shit, Rocky.
Right. So I want to rewind just a little bit. When you said choir and singing, I want let's touch on that a little bit.
Wow, that goes way back. Well, back in Chicago, growing up, we were church-going folk. Gosh, I don't even remember what denomination we were. Like some weird black shit, like African Methodist Episcopal, side of the road, one rock to the mountain of Jericho at a time church.
Obviously,
in
he's
Southside
non-practicing
Chicago.
now.
One of those 6-hour masses.
Yeah, but I mean, it was like, moving and grooving, hand clapping, singing, dancing type services. I don't remember most of the sermons, but I just remember like, we all had to like sing in the choir, and I used to like to play the tambourine. So that was my first brush with percussion, was tambourining it up in the choir and singing songs and stuff. And then from there, it just progressed to like talent shows, and curriculums in Chicago were actually strong in the arts. So we'd go like math, science, English, and then we'd go like theater, gymnastics, choir, and then we'd go like, language arts, percussion class, and like whatever else. So we had to do both. There was no like, anybody want to do a play? They were like, we're doing a play, everyone auditions, and then we'll figure out parts from there. Everyone got to do gymnastics. Everyone's got to do the balance beam and the horse, and you got to do a flip. Like that was school in Chicago. Also long division.
Long division where it starts out here, comes down here, you flip the page over, and then about halfway, there it is.
Yeah, and then right after that, you had to go do like fucking percussion class. So it's like, I suck at math, but I'm pretty good at the keyboard. So everyone found something. Everyone found something they did, and English and the arts were my thing. Like I was really good at English class.
Said keyboard.
And then at the end of like every little quarter or semester or whatever, we put on a performance. So that shit wasn't for nothing. If you weren't practicing your backflips, you were going to embarrass yourself in front of your parents in like 3 months. So, we came up strong in the arts and in, curriculum. And that was the Chicago way.
So it's safe to say that because of these extracurriculars, as a young teenager or young kid, it kept you out of the streets. So you weren't involved with the gangs, and you weren't, running around like that.
We don't talk about Bruno.
That was the after-school curriculum.
Right? Come on now.
Well,
I was trying to show some positive here.
I thought that the arts was the positive. That's why we just left it at that.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you've been in Chicago long enough, you know a lot of it, at least in the, South Side and areas like that, are divided up into neighborhoods. And a lot of those neighborhoods have a gang or group like that attached to it. So not that I personally gangbanged, one, I was too little, but it was expected of you at a certain point because like your neighborhood would come knocking one day. Like, it's time.
Like drafted in.
Basically, yeah. And you see them like marching up and down streets and stuff with their hats or their colors or whatever. You're just like, oh crap.
You get the draft jump in.
Basically, and they're just like, yeah, little man, one day, you come kick it with the big dogs. And you're like, yeah, of course.
I got dance recital.
They all did. They were all from the same neighborhood. All of them could do a pirouette.
Yeah. And then afterwards, they're like, "I'm gonna see you out on the street."
Basically.
Let me take off my ballet slippers.
You know, it was like West Side Story. They're out there like the Jets and the Sharks. That's how Chicago gangs used to be before guns were introduced.
So, did the singing continue?
Yeah, actually. Once we moved to California, curriculums like that dried up, so it was kind of hard to get into the arts. So, like I said, in California, they'd be like, "Hey, we're thinking about doing a play," and I was like, "Oh, you guys do plays out here? I'll do one." And it was like, "We're gonna do a singing recital. Anybody interested?" I was like, "Oh, I'll do a singing recital." You know, so I just kept joining different types of things when it came up. Since they didn't make you out here, I had to find it. And then I went all the way up to Master Chorale with ABC for a while. I sang like one semester Master Chorale. Palmdale High, I did 2 semesters, one of acapella, one of, what was it, acapella, then we had like ensemble, which was like the, I guess for high school expert level singing group, like all the people who were really serious, they put up in one group and we went and competed. And then of course, you know, musicals, drumline. I just kept finding myself in the arts. But as far as a career, I thought I was going to be a drummer, like for the rest of my life. But they don't tell you marching percussion kind of ends after high school unless you go to like a specific college,
Right.
or to drum corps, which I didn't either.
Or ABC. Antelope Valley College.
No, they actually canned their program like by like 97-ish, which is when I graduated. So by the time I went to ABC, they were like, we play for, you know, like halftime shows, and we'll like do the parade." And I was like, "Not enough. Like, I need to compete every weekend. I need to be somewhere competing." And they didn't have that anymore, so I had to pick it up.
97.
Oh, I just aged myself. Delete that. Delete it.
No, in 97, I gave birth to my 3rd child.
Oh,
But you were like 14 at the time,
I
right?
thought you were gonna say I was an embryo in '97. That's usually what I hear.
So you said
Yeah.
you're a Palmdale High School graduate?
Yeah.
So you're what? That's an eagle, right?
Fidel.
Yeah.
Falcon.
A
Falcons.
Like I'm
Whatever, bird.
smaller, less powerful, but still majestic.
Bird. Bird. They still fly over and shit on your car. You know.
Not falcons.
Are you
Swoop
sure?
down and steal your chihuahua. That's kind of what falcons do. Then they shit your chihuahua in your car.
Yeah.
It's falcons, eagles, all those guys.
I had a little Chihuahua girl, Princess, for 16 years, and one day she's out in my backyard, and we have like a half-an-acre lot, and all of a sudden I see her at the back fence, and she is hauling ass, just running, dirt's kicking up, everything. She's heading for the house, and I'm like, "What's wrong with her?" So I go outside and I'm like, "Come on, Princess." And she keeps turning around and looking up, and I look, and there was this huge hawk, like, kept coming and swooping by her, and I'm like, "Oh shit." And I grabbed her and I brought her in the house. Like, that's no joke.
Yeah, no, not their most majestic moments.
They will snatch you up.
But yeah.
Nowadays, it's mountain lions and coyotes eating chihuahuas.
Yeah, which is crazy. I didn't even know we had mountain lions till like a year or 2 ago.
We have bears.
I didn't know that either till like a year or 2 ago when some furry got mauled.
Yeah.
Yeah, look it up.
Bears.
Furry in the freaking AV desert. Gets high, tries to hump bear, gets mauled. It's a real story.
Well,
I was like, wait, we have bears?
Yes.
Wait, we have furries?
On Avenue K, there was a mama and 2 cubs playing in one of the fields. And this was like 6-7 years ago. And then about, I want to say 10 years ago, my kids were climbing one of the rock formations out in Lake LA. And I had binoculars at the house and I was watching them. And all of a sudden I saw something moving on the side and I'm like, "What's that?" And I look and I'm like, "Oh shit, that looks like a bear."
Then her kids are running back,
And
kicking up dust, looking
Right,
back, and
looking
she's
back
like, "Come
over
on
there.
in, kids."
And I go and I
And then
swoop
she's
him
like,
up.
"Oh shit, that's a fucking grizzly bear."
Yeah.
And the Chihuahua and the kids like, "What? Why do you let us do this? Why do you let us out this far?"
Right. So my kids get to one point and they see me and I can see them without the binoculars and they're waving, "Hi, Mom." And I'm like, look that way. I'm like, look. And they're like, "What?" And then all of a sudden you see my oldest grab the two younger ones and they start trekking it down. And I'm like, "Oh, shit."
Not come here.
Look. Yeah, well, you know.
Kids had to grow up tough.
Yeah, it's tough love. They gotta learn sometime. They're gonna fuck around and find out.
You gotta learn how to run the bear, kids.
That's right.
It's a metaphor for life. Just gotta learn how to outrun the bear.
You just freeze. You stand still.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the real thing. I feel like that was debunked.
Like, it's not a damn T-Rex. They're not gonna lose you. Right?
Right? Bear's like, I still see you.
Right, you're still right there.
You can only hold your breath so long. Come on.
Oh my god.
So
Okay.
on Pacoima, you growing up, you learn to, if a car's driving by really slow, that could be, an
A
issue.
drive-by.
Or if you hear certain sounds of certain pop, 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 that
Yeah.
could be gunshots.
Stop, drop, and roll.
Or fire.
In Lake LA, it's look out for a certain looking creature.
Yeah. I get it everywhere I go. Yeah. That's fun. That's good stuff. All predators, all of them. So.
Could have been worse. Could have been a furry chasing your kids.
No, that's something I haven't seen, but okay.
You're in Lake LA. It's out there.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. We
Keep
got.
those binoculars close.
We got Bigfoot. We got the chupacabra. We got bears. We got mountain lions.
Wait, the chupacabra across the border?
Oh
I
yeah.
thought that was a Mexico thing.
Oh no.
Lake LA is close enough.
When I lived in Pacoima, there were sightings in Pacoima, Silmar, San Fernando, all over the valley, like one whole week. Like people were actually taking pictures of it.
Really? It
Yeah.
was the actual chupacabra, not
Yeah.
some gang member with like a cool name.
Nope.
It's the only chupacabra.
Chewbacca and all of that. No, it was not.
They're like, I saw him. I took a picture. He's a nice guy, really.
Yeah.
Oh, that was Chewy.
Yeah, that was Chewy. We shared a joint.
Someone's gonna beat me up at Walmart. You're talking about the only chupacabra.
He said it in Walmart.
So you're snitching on him on Real Talk Live? You're snitching on the homie? I'll be like, wait, no, I didn't know. I thought you were like the four-legged thing.
So we know the Chupacabra's homies hang out at Walmart.
We don't know that. We don't. Absolutely don't know that. I don't even delete it. Delete that footage.
Target's too fancy.
It's Target.
I hear that.
Get it right, it's Target. Oh my god. So what's next for Darin?
I just signed on to do Spotlight Sundays down in LA at the Lexington. I haven't done one of those in a while.
Nice.
That was a good show, a melting pot of comics, hip hop artists, mild media, like a couple of podcasters and stuff will come down. Then they have like a nightlife thing I never stay for because I always got that drive. But they partied up a little while later. But I met a lot of friends, contacts, other comedians at this show, and made a lot of friends. So I figured since it's the last one of the year, I'll help close it out on their late show on the 18th. And then first thing next year on January 6th, the infamous January 6th, I'll be hosting a show at Transplants in Palmdale, which I think I'm going to call the Totally Rigged Comedy Show. Either that or the Insurrection Comedy Show. I haven't decided yet, but we got to do something for the second year anniversary of the Insurrection. The flyers are going to be fun.
Yes, I bet. Yes.
I'm already like taking pictures off the internet and like cropping my head on guys climbing fences and stuff. So it's gonna be a good time.
God.
And then of course, Spotlight Sundays in the LA area at the Lexington, December 18th. I think there's an early, mid, and late show. I'll be doing the late show.
Oh, nice.
Hoping
Okay.
to close off the comedy night for that. Yeah.
On December 18th.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Boop, boop. Flyers up. Check my Instagram.
Yeah.
Jokes on me. At Jokes on Instagram.
We'll put all of that.
It's in
up
my
for you.
story. I gotta put it actually on my page. If you don't check in 24 hours, you're not gonna know. I didn't plan this out very well. I didn't think this through. I'm gonna be honest.
It's okay. It's
I
all
need
good in the
I need
head.
someone who does managing. I need a manager.
It's like your
For
first
free.
open mic night. You didn't have nothing written down.
Right. Sometimes it writes itself. I was like, what have I done in the last few weeks? Oh, I watched The Purge. I talked about The Purge. I was like, oh, it's football season. Talked about football. Didn't even watch football, which was fucking funny.
Who's your team?
The Bears. Chicago.
See, he brought the Bears with him to the Antelope Valley.
Not those Bears. If it was a bunch of big black dudes chasing your kids, you can blame that on me. And your kids wouldn't have outran them. I'm sorry, those guys are fast as.
And you know the funny
They'd have
thing
been like, hey, whose kids are these?
when I was a kid growing up in Pacoima, there was the Golden Valley Bears, but they were from Silmar. So we still
Like
watched out for
football?
bears. Yeah. Yeah. Because we
Wait,
had,
actual Bears or football team?
it's a football team.
Oh. And you had to watch out for them?
Oh yeah, yeah. The Golden Valley Bears, they were not very friendly,
Oh.
you know. So yeah, so we had to just watch out for bears everywhere. That's not cool.
I see.
Yeah.
Not very friendly. That's
Not
a
very
that's not a very
friendly,
fun
no.
football team.
No, they were not. They were not.
So
Let's
being
go
a
vicious.
so being a fan of the Chicago Bears, I'm guessing you were since you were a kid.
Yeah,
So was Refrigerator Perry a favorite of yours?
absolutely. He's still a legend to this day.
I
Walter
agree.
Payton, all those guys. Ed McMahon, Jim McMahon. I always do that.
I was like-
I've done
Dad
it
was
with
out there
Walter
giving
Payton.
out $1 million and
Yes.
scoring touchdowns.
He
He's
was
in a
like
tuxedo with a
telling-
microphone.
I was telling Johnny
This
Carson,
is your
wait,
life.
Wait.
You take this L. This
Yeah.
is your life.
Now, did you used to do the curly shuffle, the Super Bowl shuffle?
You goddamn right we did. To this day, you mention it around any Chicagoan, and they get all happy and start like, oh god, Super Bowl shuffle.
The Bears.
The Bears.
Bears. That's if you're like in northern Chicago, Illinois area. Where I'm from is the Bears.
The what?
The Bears.
We have to get a close up of him. That's gonna be like my thumbnail picture, and he's like,
The Bears.
okay, so we have December 18th in LA. So that's just a one show that you're doing.
Yeah, probably. If there's enough time, because there's 2 stages, a lot of us will double dip. You know, if I don't like my set on the inside, I'll go outside and be like, hey, coming to the stage for the first time, Darin Maddox.
Hey.
You guys inside? No, perfect.
You got options.
So yeah, sometimes we'll double dip and we'll do like 2 shows over there, if possible.
Hopefully this gets uploaded before December 18th. Otherwise, we're like, yeah, I had a great set.
Yeah,
2023, everyone's there like, where's this show this guy was talking about?
And then, so you did previously do a comedy show, the Ha LOL Ween?
The Halloween show?
Hallow
The
LOL?
Halloween
Hallow.
Halloween show?
Yeah. That was
First
in
and only.
Palmdale. So, is like hosting the shows and booking the talent, is that something that you're also interested in doing?
No, I fucking hate it.
Okay.
To be honest, I hate it so much. I hate it so much. And it's only because I'm so disorganized in my life, and they ask me to like organize other people. I'm like, dude, I can't even get myself in order most of the time. So it's a stretch for me. But I took it on to challenge myself. Also, transplants is a big show. Crowd's usually
Yeah.
pretty packed. Almost sells out pretty much every time, if not sells out every time. So I'm taking the mantle from a friend of mine, Adam Cagley, my man, who actually did several shows there with the road shows. If you were there, you were there. Woo! So I did about 4 of those under Adam. Adam's taking some time off, so Transplants asked me to host for their 7-year anniversary show that they want to do. So I was like, yeah, I produce and host up all the time. Hopefully they don't watch this. They're like, fuck, we've been had.
Oh, case some of you guys want to know what the Halloween or
Halloween.
The Halloween.
The first and only.
it is
The first and last Halloween show.
If I'm correct, it is on Rockfin and YouTube, right?
Yes, it is.
We did upload that one.
Oh yay!
Yeah,
Check it
it's
out
up
on
there.
Real Time
It's up
Tonight.
there. Well, that's why I'm asking, because he held that show and now he's doing the one at Transplant. So I'm like, so are you interested in getting the job of putting together the shows? So do you find the talent?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which we're actually all booked finally for the Transplants Totally Rigged comedy show. So yeah, the lineup is a monster lineup for that show. I'm super excited about that one. I got some people on that show I didn't think I could get.
Nice.
Yeah. To name drop a few, Mistress K, the dominatrix of comedy, will be coming down and whipping ass literally on that stage. I got Kill Theodoric, Kill TV, freaking super funny. Does the Fresh Comedy Jam at the Comedy Chateau. He hosted performers on that one, and he's coming up to do my show. Devon Harris, who hosts the Blues Fish and Soul comedy show in Santa Clarita, is coming up to do my show out here. I have Lynn Soon, whose special is on Amazon right now, and Peacock, if I'm not mistaken. She's coming up to do the show up here, which check her out on Peacock. She's being hilarious. Who else do I have? Crap, I'm drawing a blank right now.
Hopefully some of these comics on your show, and we won't mention any names, but hopefully these comics don't back out last minute like we had at your last show.
You know who you is. Actually, I shouldn't say that because one of those comics is doing this show. Coming up. Not you. You're cool. I love you.
It's the other one.
I love you.
The other one.
Yeah. The other one, though. Not the other one.
Yeah.
But you know
When I see her in the streets, we're going to have a comedy battle. It's going to be like Michael Jackson's Beat It. We're going to tie our hands together and then tell jokes at each other. We're going to roast each other. Like, your mama is so fat. When she sits down, she cracks the sidewalk or whatever. I don't know. She jumps in the air and gets
If your
stuck.
mom ever had the whole ass, it would take her 3 trips.
Oh, shit. You don't want to battle her.
It's gonna be 8 Mile, but with comedy.
Wait, is your mama single? Now she got that much ass? Wait a minute. Sorry, the blackness came out of me real quick. I was like, hey, hold up. How big is your mama again? Wait a minute.
Yeah.
She got a man or a side mama?
Your grandmother lives in a Pepsi bottle.
Do not want to roast battle the host.
I grew up in Pacoima. I know how to get down with bags.
Yeah, I see, right?
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Okay,
snap.
so we do not want the permanent job of creating the shows and getting the talent.
It depends. We'll see how this one turns out. I mean, some people make kind of a business out of it. They make a little money off of it doing like multiple shows. If that's something that seems feasible, then yeah, I could always use a side gig, and then something in the arts would always be ideal. But I don't know. It just pains me to like wrangle people and then like do flyers and promote. I mean, I don't mind promoting, especially if I'm on a show. Like, yeah, send me all the shit and I'll post it, absolutely. But having to make all the shit and then post and then convince the other people to post it. Hey, man, you're on this show. You should probably put it on your page. Stuff like that is kind of a pain.
Yeah, what is
Because
up with
oddly
that?
enough, I don't know. A lot of comics do not promote your shit, even if they're doing it. They're not promoting your shit. They're like, well, I don't know anybody in Palmdale. Well, who cares? Maybe they'll come up to see you.
Exactly. Yeah.
Crazier things have happened.
Or Heather and Susan will hijack his webpage again.
Or that.
Yeah.
But everyone loves you in the Antelope Valley, Heather.
Just true.
I would not say everyone. I would say the majority of people that meet me, but not
Well, everyone needs a hater.
Yeah. Oh, that I definitely
Everyone
have.
needs a hater.
Yeah.
I'm still looking for one. If anybody's in the market to hate on me, by all means, come to my page and start shit with me. But not shit that gets us banned, like shit that gets us famous.
Shit, that's funny. That
Like if
brings
Instagram
attention.
takes all of it down, it doesn't matter. It doesn't help anybody.
Yeah. So, anything that you're trying to do musically?
No. I'm gonna say no on that. You'll catch me at karaoke every now and then. Shout out to Rubens.
Yes.
Big shots.
Woo.
King Bar sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes maybe a little
Yeah,
bit.
but other than that, like as far as music as a career, no, I don't play drums anymore, and I only sing when I'm drunk.
But he sings very well drunk. He is my karaoke partner
I like
at
to think
Rubens.
so, but also I can't be trusted at that time.
I mean, you sing great.
Oh, thank you.
When he has more liquor in him, the words just kind of mesh together. But that's okay because then he brings his own to the song.
Remix.
Exactly.
No, it's not even that good. I don't know. To me, it sounds amazing. I'll jump off stage like that was amazing. And you play back on your cell phone and it's like, I'm like, oh fuck, delete that shit
Yeah.
right now. I've got 1,000
That's what
followers.
happens to me. Yeah.
Delete that shit.
Yeah, that's what happened. Remember, we sang Pictures at Rubens that night, and there was a table full of young ladies next to us that kept singing all different kinds of songs. And the Sheryl Crow part, where she hits that high note, I heard 3 of them going, is she going to do it? Is she going to do it? Is she going to make it? Is she going to do it? And then I hit it. And they were like, yes, girl, you hit it. You hit it. I was like, don't doubt me. Do not doubt me. The weed and the alcohol speak for itself. It's definitely a booster.
Yeah, I didn't hit the Kid Rock note. I don't think I did.
Yes, you did.
I was out to drink away. Which I feel like was actually better than him.
Yeah.
At me, Kid Rock.
Yeah. Come at us, bro.
So
Yeah. No, that was fun. That was fun. Yeah. So, I mean, he's a funny guy, obviously. And, sometimes. And then he sings well. And I would really like one day to hear you play drums because young Weezer and I are both drummers.
That's right. You were.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You know what? At the parade thing, you were like, hey, drummers rule. And I was like, I haven't heard that since high school.
Yeah.
I didn't put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah. He
Sweet.
played drums in high school as well.
I was a marching band.
Same.
In concert.
Nice. What'd you play?
Snare.
Hell yeah. All 4 years? Oh, shit. What school?
Mojave High School.
Ah, okay. That's what's up. Go Mojave.
Yeah, you're like, yeah. Straight think, yeah, okay. Mojave, okay.
Yeah, we don't talk about it.
I was going to say, I don't know if I've ever seen you guys perform.
We were a league below Palmdale.
Oh.
Our division was below, was one below at a time.
No, that's badass. I want to be snare the whole time. I had to do my first year, my freshman year on bass drum, and not just bass drum, like bass 6, like the biggest, hugest.
Yeah.
I was out there like 14, like this sucks. This is not like Nick Cannon at all. Like, so I had to bust my ass. And then they moved me up to the quads by my sophomore year, and I was like, this is a little cooler. And then by halfway through, like the drum season, they moved me to snare. So I was like, all right, now it's like Nick Cannon. I also couldn't read music. Shout out Nick.
Yeah.
I wasn't a sight reader myself.
Nice. Yeah, in my senior year, our director was like, how many of you guys can read music? And not a single hand went up. He was like, oh shit.
That's not a good
We were all like,
sign.
we're going to college, man. We're going to march in the pros. He was like, probably not. I should teach you guys some notes.
I could read drum music, but when it came to like quads and like timpani and stuff, because those are regular notes,
Yeah.
I couldn't read those worth a damn.
Well, the cool thing about quads is it's only 4 drums, and if you got to quit, there's like that one extra at the top. The timpani though were actual notes. They're like, this is an A bong, this is a B, bong. I was like, I don't know what you're doing. I was like, it all sounds the same to me. All the concert drums like, beautiful music. You hear all those notes? No.
No.
That was me. I was just out there like, bong, 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 bong.
So if you listen to something, can you play by ear? Like if you listen to a song, you can play that.
Yeah.
Nice.
And that was how we learned. A lot of times our instructors were like, "We've got time to teach you how to read. Do this." We were like, and that's how we learned.
Yeah,
we had sheet music. And we just like, roll this shit out. None of you guys can read this shit. Do this. It's literally drumline. Oh,
Perfect.
I thought that was on silent. Must be one of those producers in the back. I'm gonna go shut this shit
down. You out right now. They're calling you. They said.
Hey, producer guy, check your phone off.
Not even live.
We're filming here.
It's Kid Rock.
Have some respect.
It's Kid Rock. He's like, you told me to come at
I
you.
hope it is. I finally found my hater. I do love American Badass though. That's a classic. Other than that, at me.
So my music school, they would sit there and today we are going to learn this note. And I'd sit there for like an hour, hour and a half. Okay, yes, that note. And then I would go home and immediately turn on Metallica and just start playing drums.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, like reading music was easy for me when I did it continuously. But now you put a sheet in front of me and I'm like, yeah, that's not happening.
Well, the good thing about drums is it's all one note. You just have to know how to play that note, which is great.
Yeah.
Unless you're, like I said, on a quad, then, there's like 4 levels, 5 if you're on a quince. But essentially it's simple as long as you know how to play the notes, which is what's crazy. Guys who like winds and stuff like that have to know finger positioning for a certain note. You have to know how to like bounce the sticks in a certain rhythm to play certain things. Yeah.
To make a roll, the drum roll, and
Yeah.
the fundamentals.
Yeah.
But see, what I had fun with
rolls.
was the bass drums and double pedals. That was my shit.
Oh, you were way better than I was then.
That was my shit. 2 bass drums, 2 double pedals, and like, yeah, I thought I was Lars, and
Everyone did.
yeah, I was like, I'm hitting this.
The first thing every drummer back in the day would try to do is one.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. My daughter introduced me to a song the other day, and the guy had 2 bass drums, 2 double pedals, and he did a drum solo in the middle of the song. And she's like, Mom, you've got to hear this.
Was his name Alex Van Halen?
No.
Wasn't the drummer from Tool?
No.
Because that one song, what is it? Is it Schism? Where he does the double foot pedal? It's almost as good as Metallica 1.
Almost. Yes, almost.
Because it sounds like he's playing the tom. But if you know drums, he's playing with his feet.
Yeah. Well, this dude is like, his feet
going off
had
his
to
feet,
be
and
like
we lost our shit.
crazy.
I can't remember his name. Oh my God! Please go Google the drummer from the band Tool. He's incredible. I wish I could remember his name.
Don't worry, we'll edit it in there.
Oh yeah,
the drummer.
It's all his voice. The drummer from Tool. So go look it up. Google it.
Let's see. Drummer.
But yeah, I feel like the song is Schism, where he goes off on the double foot pedals. Oh, I can kill it.
Danny Carey.
There you go, Danny Carey. Shout out Danny Carey. His calves are probably like steel.
Right? Oh, that's what I was telling my daughter. She was like playing me the song.
Make Lionel Messi jealous.
You could hear I was like, dude, this dude has to be like a leg shaker all the time anyways. And because that is how fast his feet were going, and the sound was just fucking crazy. And she was just like, Mom, if anybody's gonna appreciate this, you are. And she played it for me, and oh my God, I'll find out their name too.
Please do. Now I have to hear it.
Yeah.
Leave me hanging like that.
Yeah, we'll call her afterwards.
Right.
Put her on.
We
Put
share.
her on the spot.
I
Yeah.
feel like you should share.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'd be able to play some of the music if it goes on YouTube for demonetizing it,
Oh man.
Oh yeah, gotta get the monies.
Yeah. Right. So we've got comedian, we've got singer, we've got drummer, we've got writer, we've got producer. What, I mean, the whole package right here. What else are we doing?
Oh, and he's a scout too, because he looks for talent.
Yes.
I'm also really good at video games. Ladies.
Oh my God, they're just flocking to the door right now.
Oh yeah, you're out there. Line up. Little ladies pair up. Tall ladies line up.
Oh, we're gonna do this by height, race
Yeah,
in the bar.
Absolutely.
What games do we play?
Right now I'm playing League of Legends.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, that's my big draw right now because there's a tournament for the monies, and I was like, what? These like 14-year-olds are getting rich. I was like, oh, my dream is to shit on a bunch of 14-year-olds worldwide and win that pot. Like money, not weed.
And not like
the
pulling down his
money.
pants and shitting on their chest, just
No.
shitting on their hopes and dreams to win the
Because
money.
that's child abuse. But yes, I will shit on their hopes and dreams any day.
Yeah.
They've got to learn it's a tough world out there. You can't just get rich playing video games. 'Cause that's what my parents taught me until now. And now I got to teach the new generation by stealing that money from them in combat. Video game combat. Wow, this is turning into a challenge segment.
But he loves kids.
I do.
He loves kids.
But
It's
not
okay.
like that.
Absolutely, definitely not like that.
Yeah.
Crap. Delete that. Delete that footage.
I will never edit anything you say.
Comedian gets canceled on Real Talk Tonight. Palmdale resident by way of Chicago, Darin Maddox is arrested.
Hey, in your comedy that you had this sesh, you're talking about how to Netflix series. So maybe we can it was always some weird crime people who got the Netflix series and not like the comedies.
Yeah,
That could be my way in there.
There you go. You want a Netflix series? So
Yeah.
Dahmer had one and
There it
Gacy
is.
had one.
Darin Maddox, child abuser, #1 on Netflix.
Darin Maddox shitting on kids.
You've seen him shit on kids.
News at 11.
You've seen him love them, but not that way.
You know what? This might be a good opportunity for me and Heather because we can document it.
Yes.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
We can use
all
we
right.
can
Be
we
the
can do
docu-series right here.
Could we please have reenactments? I'm in jail. It wasn't like that. It's like reenactment of him shitting on kids.
And then you gotta follow me around with my cell phone when he calls and he's like, "You got bail money?"
I'm like behind bars, like
He's
delete
like,
it, delete that shit.
Delete it. And then I told you to delete that.
It's not how it happened.
Right?
Can we get Denzel Washington to play me shitting on kids?
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
I would fucking love that.
Right? Oh my God.
So you think you're good at League of Legends? You think you're good at LoL? Well, watch this while I shit on you. You'd get an Oscar for that shit. I'd be pissed. I'd be in prison like fuck Denzel Washington. I fucking hate that guy now.
Oh my
The Oscar
God.
goes to Denzel Washington shitting on kids in the Darin Maddox story. I mean,
You're like, share the love, and he's like, who are you?
he's all, I'd like to thank God and the Academy and also that one guy for shitting on kids.
That gave me this part.
He probably
Thank
fucked
you.
my name up like most people. Gary Maddox. I'd like to thank him. Be in jail fucking pissed.
It's
Fuck
Darin,
Denzel.
motherfucker!
Which is crazy because his name is actually Denzel and everyone calls him Denzel, so I
Yeah.
feel he'll be naturally fuck my name up. But Gary Maddox, Jerry, what's his name?
Darnell.
What's his name? Yeah. Darnell Maddox. I'd like to thank him. Not for shitting on kids, but for the opportunity to play him in the film. I'd be fucking pissed.
Like, he's like, you know, who would have thought that they could come up with such an idea and it would give us such, it would hit the big screen and, you know, we would get so much recognition for it. Just thank you for having diarrhea that day.
I'd like to thank that kid also for getting shitted on by Jerry Maddox.
Jerry!
For my 80th Oscar.
Oh my god. My
Be
stomach
fucking
hurts
terrible.
now. But that.
There'd be a fucking one-man prison riot. You fucking nuts.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. I'm like crying now. Well, this is Darin, not Jerry, not Gary.
Yeah.
Not Darnell.
Not
One R,
Darnell.
I-N.
Darin.
Not
D-A-R-I-N.
Definitely not Daryl. Like my flyer for the December 18th comedy show is D-A-R-R-I-N. I'm like, really?
Oh no.
I had to post it up and I X'd out one of the R's before I posted the flyer. I'm like, dude, you've worked with me like 8 times. He's like, Darin Maddox, live. I'm like, really, bro? Like, come on.
This person
Come on,
does not have you on social media now because
that's how we talk.
your name is right there.
I feel like it says Jokes on D. I'd rather them put Jokes on D than Darin. My name is not Darin. It's like you're trying to start your car in the cold. Darin. One R. God damn it. It's gonna be my tombstone. I swear to God. I was telling this to my kids. I was like, I swear to God, one day I pass, it's gonna say fucking here lies Jerry Maddox. You guys are not gonna know where to come pay respects to me.
They're like, well, that's Jerry.
Here lies Darnell
so
Maddox.
Dad should be somewhere.
Like Dad was buried here somewhere. There's only this guy Darnell, but was he like an uncle of ours that we just didn't know, or? I mean, they're like, fuck, I'm here, kids, give me some flowers or something.
And they'll probably spell your last name like D-E-X or something like that.
Right? Or Dix, I fucking hate that. Darin Maddox. Like, if there's no fucking I, how did you get Dix out of that? It's Dots. Daryl Maddox. I'm fucking pissed. Like, put my picture on the fucking tombstone. That's the
And
only
then they're gonna be like, hey, isn't that Denzel Washington?
Well, I would take that. I would take that.
No, where it should be like, who's that white guy?
Right? Basically.
Oh my god.
Fucking terrible.
This is good. This is really good.
So I got a question. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
So we talked off camera, and as your, I guess, main job will be security, which we won't say where it's at, but as a security guard, have you ever had to use like your comedic skills to defuse a situation? Like if someone's getting rough, just maybe be very comical where they just kind of like, you know, are more eased, or?
No, I actually do that just like on a daily basis, just because people are like, you know, everyone's butthole puckers when they see a badge. So I'm just generally funny on a day-to-day basis, just so people are more comfortable. And people are more apt to go, hey man, can I talk to you about something? I've got an issue going on here. You seem like a nice guy. So I used to kind of like break the ice and build like a rapport with like the clientele. I do use my acting chops all the time to a few situations. That's where it gets fun.
You look like you're working, acting like you're working, or...
Well, that too. If people are like, oh, I'm pissed off about something, I'm like, oh, okay, well, what's the problem? And I totally like, you know, I do like,
Just shake your head,
I do like, I go to all my tough guy stuff, you know, like I'll do like a Steven Seagal, I'll squint at him, yeah, really now, okay, so you say you got a problem, well I got a problem too, I can't have you acting like that on my site, okay, I have to bounce you out of here, twist your arm up and toss you, you know what I'm saying, you feel me, dog?
They're like, okay.
So he does it. He makes the jokes so that way their buttholes can release, so then it's easier for them to shit on the kids.
Like, bro. It's like, I was just looking for the bathroom.
Right?
Back to the kid thing.
Like,
You know,
my butthole is all squeezed because I need the bathroom.
yeah, these days it's easier
I have a problem.
being in like more of a corporate setting, but when I was bouncing nightclubs, oh man, all the time. Yeah, all the time.
They're like, I got a set of skills.
Good
Right?
luck.
Basically.
That's my dude.
Yeah, so I would just be in character. Oh, Neeson.
Oh, that's my dude right
He
there.
was my dude until I found out he's like got a beef with black people. That's right, Liam. I brought it back
Really?
up. I brought it back up, Liam.
I didn't hear that. I'm gonna
At
have to
me.
look into that now.
At me.
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Jokes on D.
Yeah.
Seriously, I need a hater. I need a powerful hater. I need a very powerful hater.
Yeah.
I'm coming for you, Liam. Or come for me. You got the skills. He's in my apartment tomorrow. You said to come for you, so here I am. Oh, that's actually Sean Connery.
That's Sean Connery. I was like, wow.
Liam said handle is lightweight, so I came out of retirement so that I could kick your ass. All up and down this dingy apartment of yours.
Retirement came back from the dead.
Oh, you're right.
He's kind of R.I.P. right now.
Yeah, that's true. I guess I'm safe from him. I would hate for him to come and give my girl a little slap, and then me a little slap also. I'm kidding, Sean. I love you. Rest in power. Up there drinking Manhattans and whatever.
Right.
I don't know, whatever he does. I don't know.
Smoking his cigars.
Having his chest hair combed or something by Angel. Whatever Sean Connery does. Does whatever he wants.
Yeah. Oh my God. So, is there anybody that has kind of taken you under their wing to kind of give you direction or introduce you to things when it comes to comedy?
Yeah. Josh Higuera was actually still is like a mentor of mine.
Whoop whoop, Josh.
Shout out Josh.
Alden shouted out to him last night too. Yeah.
Pay me. DJ Q-Ball was a bit of a mentor. You know, he helped me get my start. He would put me on in shows doing like 5 minutes. Yeah, R.I.P. brother. Yeah. You know, he got my start after that goofy little thing I posted from Ventura Harbor. And he was adamant, you know, he wouldn't let me take no for an answer, or he wouldn't take no for an answer. I was like, nah, man, I'm an actor. He was like, you're doing my show. I was like, all right, so get your shit together, homie. So yeah, he put me on the path, and then he actually introduced me to Josh.
Oh, okay.
He was like, hey man, this little dude here, he does a show at Big Shots. You should talk to him, and that way all you like, you know, hometown guys can get together, and you know, you can, you know, do your skits together. And I'm like, sets, but whatever, skits. And so I talked to Josh and got it at Big Shots, and then that's where I really practiced my craft and got, you know, where I am now, which is nowhere, but further than I was 3 years ago.
I think the first time I saw you was Big Shots, and then Cold Crush, and then back at Big Shots, and then
yeah, they really should have my picture up by now.
And then we were sitting there in the cold waiting for you to show up at the King. And he walks in 15 minutes after it's all done. But that's okay because we tore up the karaoke scene that night, so we're okay.
True. Shout out Rachel D. Yay for hanging out extra late that night. But not for not doing my show that night. Oh, that's right. I name dropped you. Jokes on D and Instagram. I need a hater, somebody. Please, let's start like an Instagram war. But like a PC one where we don't get banned. I just got out of jail again, like, so please don't use curse words when you at me.
Don't make him shit on kids' chests again.
And Rachel's from the LA
That's not how it happened.
Rachel's from the LA area, so we can have like a nice big audience going at it.
Oh, yeah.
Bring the LA in.
Come get some, Rachel.
Just beat
Roast
it.
battle.
They're gonna walk around with their microphones,
hands tied together,
jabbing
just like
at each other with their microphones. Yeah.
Never actually, they never did that back in the day. But we're gonna start it. Be the first, me and you.
Yeah. Get it. Oh my God. Okay.
With that roast life. With that. I've actually done a few. Why do you guys laugh? That's not funny. That's actually true.
Fun fact.
I've done some roasts.
Who have you roasted?
And not like dinner roast, like an actual comedy roast.
And like both. I kind of cook a little bit, but I also roast comedians.
Who have you roasted?
Goodness.
Kevin Hart?
No. There's actually a New York-based group from Rocco's Tavern that do a roast battle every now and then. I had to turn the last two down, unfortunately. I was busy. But who did I roast battle? Shout out Turtle Enigmatic. He was my first opponent. We had a good time. Rohan Rohan. Gosh, what's his last name? That's terrible. That's not even a roast, Rohan. I'm sorry, I can't remember your last name, but we had a good time too.
Was this? I'm just curious. Was this roast by Jeff Ross? Like he has something where I believe where they would roast other comedians. Like he's.
I think that's the Comedy Store, like the big,
Oh,
the big
okay.
league
Yeah.
version. This is like the New York version that they do like they were doing via Zoom. But yeah, I've done like 2 of those. Those were fun. Nobody wins or loses. I won. To both of you. At me. Jokes on the Instagram. You know me. We're all friends now. But yeah, it's all for fun. All good fun and games, and then like donations for people who pay to the show go to build like I think it's schools in Africa actually. So we roast each other for money for African schools and African wellness. So that's kind of dope.
Nice, yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
And if this is something that you don't want to discuss or talk about, you know what to do.
Uh-oh.
You have recently been a part of a group.
Okay, when you say group, it makes it sound weird.
Yourself.
Okay, when you say self-help, it makes it sound like I have a problem.
No.
That's it. This interview's over.
Let me find the microphone.
What it is it's emotional intelligence training and leadership training through MITT, which is Mastery and Transformation Training. It was a wonderful experience, actually. It's not therapy, but what it is
And it's not an occult.
it is not a cult, because cults give you free shit. These guys don't give you anything free. Except hugs, lots of hugs, and I'm good with that. I'm good with free hugs. But it was just facing a lot of our own demons in a group setting, talking through our problems, facing our egos, breaking down the walls that we spent our entire lifetimes putting up to protect ourselves from the outside world. And we spend, 8 weeks to 4 months tearing it all down to become our more authentic selves and to walk through life as who we were really meant to be. And it was a wonderful 8 days was the basic and the advanced training, which was life-changing. And then I did the 4-month legacy program, which, a bunch of seniors from the program had their fist up my ass, working me like a puppet for 4 fucking months, making me do all the shit that I was putting off for most of my life. So shout out to the seniors, Jadina, Chris, Sagi, Sarah, other Sarah, and Antoine for kicking my ass and putting up with my bullshit for like 4 months, because if the ones that have hair probably have a few grays from me just being like a fucking wild beast. Like my anger issues were out of fucking control. I had no idea. And I realized I used comedy as a coping mechanism, to inject myself with dopamine by being funny for bunches of people made me feel happy. And when I was done being happy and being on stage and stuff, I was back being angry. And it was like the weirdest thing to be this funny guy who was like super fucking pissed off all the time. And that was kind of their take. They're like, well, you're this funny guy and this actor, this performer, but you're fucking pissed off all the time. I was like, yeah, that's weird, isn't it? I don't know why that is. And they were like, well, let's figure it out.
That's like a lot of comedians, a lot of really famous comedians, really funny comedians. They're like that too. They're funny as heck, but they have the demons. They have a other person. They're a real person. Like Robin Williams is a good example
Oh
of
my
that.
God, Robin, rest in peace.
Like he was funny as heck, but he had his demons and emotions.
Love that guy.
Sarah Silverman understands she suffers from depression, but she's funny as heck. Which I have a question to ask is with the classes and stuff. Did you ever, like, in a weird way, actually take those stories, the stuff that you took out of, and use that as comic, what do you call it? Comic material, yeah.
A little bit, yeah. One of the ones I just spit out, it's not a cult because cults give you free shit. That's part of something I'm working on based on the training and the material. And then I like to talk about manifesting, because that's a big portion also, is like, manifesting your dreams, manifesting the life you want, manifest like energy in the morning. Like, if you tell yourself you can do it, then you can do it. And the mind just works like that, which is crazy. And, putting things out in the universe. Because
Speaking it into an existence.
Yes, speaking it into existence. But, You know, the whole thing like manifesting. I think I used this bit at Sesh Up, or no, I didn't. I used it at Halloween, the Halloween show. But I say I was manifesting sex with Selma Hayek since I was 15, and it hasn't happened yet, so I don't believe it works.
Right.
Also,
I
as a
remember
kid,
that
I was
one.
manifesting a rich daddy to take care of me. But now that I'm grown, all I get is gay guys wanting to give me money. Well, now I hear it. I hear it now.
Mm-hmm.
That's me. That's not my universe. Rich daddies,
Mm-hmm.
gay guys with money. Yeah.
So
At me,
you-
rich gay guys. Just
Shout out.
Just kidding, right? Shout out. Come on, at me. Wait. They're all, ooh, daddy. I'm all, wait.
Yeah.
I mean, I do love the attention and the free drinks.
Right.
I mean,
right.
technically, in that setting, you would be considered a grizzly bear, right?
You know, I'm not hairy enough. I'm more of a silver fox. Wait, I'm selling myself again. I don't, you know, I'm an ally. I love it, but, you know. I do take free drinks, though. Absolutely.
Yeah, but you gotta understand where that drink is coming from and what is expected of you.
Oh, I know. I'm a
afterwards.
man. I know absolutely what it's expected and where it's coming from. But I learned from the best, women. So I know to take those drinks and then be like, oh, you're sweet, thank you, and to drink it and leave. Women have taught me well.
Yes.
I still wear the lashes. The fame on my wallet from all those drinks I bought.
You bought the drinks?
Yeah, that's what guys do,
You didn't buy
right?
the drinks?
Right?
Oh, you
I'm
didn't
not-
give away your free drinks and.
Fuck no, I earned those.
Well, see, now that's
Those
the
are
funny
mine.
thing. So, I'm at Big Shots, and I'm chilling with Alden.
Oh yeah, shout
We're
out
watching
Oliver.
a comedy show, and one of the comics on stage like starts asking Alden, like, "Is that your wife?" And he's like, "No." And then he's like, "Oh, so she's available?" And he's like, "No." You know. So then the guy's on stage, and then he starts going, "What's good to drink?" And so he looks at me and he goes, "What do you like to drink?" And I said, "My drink is vodka cranberry." And he's like, "Oh, okay."
Delicious and nutritious.
So, right? And so he gets off the stage and he goes to the bar and he gets 2 drinks and he comes back and he sets a vodka cranberry in front of me. And he's like, "You said that this is your drink." And I was just like, "Oh, well, thank you." And he was just, you know, he paid me a couple of compliments. "Yeah, thank you very much." So then he's asking me, like, "Are you married? Do you have kids?" Blah, blah. And I'm answering the questions, you know. And I drink the drink. And then I'm like, oh, "Okay, cool." You know, like, peace out.
Told you.
And he was just like, "But I bought you a drink."
Mhm.
And I'm like,
It's time.
"Okay." And he's like,
It's time.
yeah, he's like, "So I need your phone number. I want to walk you outside. I want to make out next to the car. You know, if you feel like climbing in the back seat, I'm down for that too." And I'm like, whoa. I'm like, no, that is not who Heather is. And he's like, "But I bought you a drink."
Yeah. Viewers,
And
it's unspoken.
Yeah.
You drink the drink, you get in the back seat. I don't have to explain this. It's since the dawn of man.
I'm like, "No." And he's like, "I bought you this drink. I bought you this drink." Later on, I find out he gets 2 free drinks for performing. So he gave me one of his free drinks. So fuck you. And I bought you this drink.
He worked for that drink. That drink had cranberry vodka, his blood, sweat, and tears in it.
I was
Next time.
And you
like,
drank it.
yeah, and I did drink it. But, you know, I was right there
So
with
if you're out
Alden
there
and my
somewhere,
buddies.
comedian, she owes you some booty. Don't, no, I'm take that back. Don't cancel me. I'm just getting started. I got like 2 new followers like a week ago. Please don't cancel me. I'm kidding. I respect women. Unless you drink the drink and then like owe booty. That's
Then
just
you
that's how
know
it
it's
works.
time. It's time.
You know where those cranberries came from? A mountain in the Himalayas. And that vodka is the nectar that runs down Mount Olympus. And I put those 2 together for you. And you can't give me any booty?
Yeah.
That's because he ran out of roofies.
Yeah, no matter how much comedy you get, you don't get those free.
Yeah, no.
No matter how much comedy you do. I didn't try. I don't know. That's not a real thing. Don't look that up. Like, fuck. This documentary is going to be awful. Definitely go to #1 on Netflix.
Yeah. We got you. We got you all day. Bringing up all the shit we're not supposed
Right,
to.
just put some of the money on my commissary as I'm in prison so I can make a good spread. Like, if I'm making top ramen spreads, like, you guys are fucking up. Like, I'll be making, like, legit spreads with, like, freaking...
hot Cheetos.
Yeah, and, like, those
top
TV
ramen.
dinners.
Yeah.
The Salisbury steak.
Just
some
stir
hot
that
Cheetos.
gravy.
I want to eat like a king off this documentary. As long as I'm the guy who shits on kids.
Yes.
Speaking of booty, I'll be fighting for my booty for the next 10 to 15.
Gonna have a tattoo, exit only.
You ever had your shit pushed?
Out. After a large meal, sir. Thank you for asking. I am regular. I appreciate your concern.
Thank you about the being concerned about the regularity of his bowel movements.
Yeah, it's important. Gut health is important.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir, for your concern. Oh, you meant...
Booty snatching.
Yikes. Yeah.
That's what he meant. He's like...
Oh, no, I'm sure.
See, if you ever do a comedy album, that'll be the title right there, Booty Snatching.
Booty snatching.
Darin Maddox.
If I ever do a rap album, that's going to be the fucking name of it.
Now, will that be spelled...
That's a hip-hop song if I ever heard one. Delete that shit. I don't want someone else stealing it. If I see YG rapping booty snatching next week, I'm going to be fucking pissed. I'm going to sue your ass, YG. I'm not a gangster. I don't fight and shoot people. I sue people. I'm fucking Hollywood.
He is Hollywood.
Don't come to the studio with all your boys because I'll sue all of them. I'll get their names. I'm like, you, sir, your name, Pookie? Is that your name? Yeah. Is that your government? All right. Well, I'm suing your ass too, Pookie. Big Monster, that's your name? Suing your ass too, Big Monster. All right, YG? Yeah. All you motherfuckers.
Don't
See
forget
me in court.
Chupacabra.
No, he's out here somewhere. No,
Chewy. Chewy.
You're cool, Chewy. Not you. No beef. Don't at me. Chewy, Chupacabra. From Lancaster. Almost. No, Chewy, no.
You almost said it.
No, Chewy, wait. Can we do this in witness protection stuff? Can we turn the lights off and just put my voice? I have no idea who the Chupacabra is. Or that he shops at Walmart. Fuck that, delete that shit. Delete it.
Oh, big old black mask over your face. Right.
Yeah.
Hide your identity.
I'm gonna have to change apartments.
It's gonna be all those
I'll be at
cubes
207.
around, and then his voice is gonna be all distorted.
Exactly.
And be like, after conducting this interview, the Chupacabra was hanging out on Darin Maddox's
There was a
roof.
sighting on 20th Street.
Yeah, and he needed to be placed in witness protection immediately. So we have covered his face and his voice, disguised his voice for his protection.
Cover his booty as well. Apparently that's also on the market. Cover all that.
We have an interview with Darin Maddox.
Right. We're gonna call him Daryl for his protection. But that'd be my fucking luck. We're gonna call him Darin Maddox for his protection. I'm a motherfucker. Your name's not Jerry? Oh shit. Delete it. Delete that shit.
Delete it.
That'd be my fucking luck.
God.
They'd spell it right on the screen and everything. I'd be fucking pissed.
And then he did request for us to list his phone number.
Oh wait. No, Chupa, no. I don't want the smoke. I don't. I'm not gonna. I would never see you, Chupa. I'm never.
Chupa, we're homies.
Yeah, I can call him Chupa because we're homies. We're homies, Chupa.
We go way back, way back.
Right. So far back you probably don't remember, but I was there.
He was the bully in high school, remember?
In a movie. No, Chupa. No. It was not me. You selling me out.
No.
I thought you were.
Got you. I know how to spell your name.
Get me beat up. That's the problem. You gotta fuck around and spell it right for Chupacabra. It's gonna be at my door. I'm like, what is that?
Don't worry, she only has like 12,000 followers.
That's what I'm saying. I know he's one of them. I just have to It's my luck, man. I had the worst feeling. He's like the #1 fan and shit. He's like, hey, homie, I watch that show every week. I heard you talking shit. I was like, it wasn't me.
He's like,
they were supposed to delete that shit.
Come to see your show December 18th.
I'd be so honored, but also scared. Well, can we take a picture before you stab me? No.
Well, the chupacabra has those things. They mix 3 holes, and it sucks all your organs and stuff out through those 3 holes.
God damn, that's a hella shank.
Yeah.
What's that, like a fucking 3 toothbrushes and a plunger?
Orale.
I'm sorry, my Spanish is. My Spanish is.
He said maricón.
My Spanish is a little. I don't know. It's a little
He
soft.
said, "Órale, maricón."
I'm just kidding, Chupa. I'm a comedian, you know.
Oh my god.
Don't fucking plunger shank me, dog. That's fucked up. Like my organs where they are.
Like, wait. Yeah, they're where they're supposed to be right now. That's where I want them to stay.
I'm all fucking sweating and shit now.
The second of silence just.
I'd actually think for a second, like, wait, this is an imaginary dude. I think. But I'm all fucking scared right now. There's a real one out there. I know there is. That's the.
Oh, okay. Well, is there any other shout outs or anything that you want to tell your fans? Anything that's coming up that they should look for?
I have fans.
Of course you do.
At me. Jokes on D. Instagram.
I'm already following you.
Send nudes.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't do that. I'm like, I'm already following you. You keep telling me to follow you. I'm already following you.
Follow again.
She's following you so hard, she's stalking you.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm a stalker.
Yeah, you're a stalker.
Ooh.
It's not you,
I
either.
hate it. Looking for-
Chewy's my
I'll be
homie. I grew up with
betting on
Chewy.
my friend requests. If I see a chupacabra in any of them, I'm changing my account.
I'm gonna create an account just to
Better not.
just to be called Chupacabra and send them a
You
request.
better not give me nightmares.
Like, hey fool, you funny. Why didn't you follow me?
Because he called you maricón. That's
I did
why.
not. I called myself maricón. Fucking set me up. No. Rewind the podcast and watch that part. She set me up. I called myself maricón.
That's too much. What was your language arts? Did you have to take a second language in high school?
Did I? I took Spanish because I wanted to.
How far did you get with Spanish?
Whatever semester that was.
He's like, I can spell my name in Spanish.
Yeah.
F.A.
Well, I used to have a mean grito. That's what I remember mostly. Our teacher had us do gritos, which was dope. I used to be really good. Not anymore, though.
Oh my god.
I remember a little bit. All the bad words.
I think that's what everybody learns first is the bad words.
Yeah, it's because you guys are always calling us that shit. We hear it so much. We pick it up.
No. But then there's a special language that some Hispanic men, not all, let me explain myself.
Ooh, TED Talk.
So when a woman is walking down the street and a car full of gentlemen pull up and say, hey, psst, ch, ch, hey, ciao, woo, ch, ch, psst, ch, ch, like that, I'm supposed to know what that means. And so when I keep walking and they're like, oh, fuck you, bitch. Like, I'm sorry, I don't know what psst, ch, ch, ch means.
You don't know Mexican Morse code?
Yeah, no, I skipped that class.
Oh, that means you're not slutty enough.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, I think the true whores know what that means.
Oh, okay, got you. Well, I'm good on the not so slutty list. That's great. I enjoy that.
I feel like since I know it's Mexican Morse code, I'm a slut. It's not mine.
Well, I mean,
it's kind of true.
you kind of are a slut. I mean, and I mean that with
Dirty.
the most.
Dirty slut. The dirtiest
I
of
mean-
whores.
I love you, but you a slut.
Oh,
you
yeah.
a whore.
I'm a harlot. I'm bringing that shit back. I'm biblical with it. I'm fucking
Oh
harlot.
man.
At me, ladies.
Just remember, exit only.
Right? Unless it's my birthday.
Which is in April.
Okay, wait. Okay. Quit snitching. Quit snitching on me.
Oh my god, that's great. Well, this has been very exciting and very fun, but I know that you have an appointment to get to.
Yeah, thank you.
So we are
Buddy
going
Hotties,
to.
leaving Cali.
I hope your appointment turns out good. I hope it's positive. Hope you don't have any itches or anything like that. No rashes.
Yeah, they give you appointment for that.
Yeah, no.
or penicillin.
I don't. Delete that. Delete that shit. Scrub that from the record. Sir.
That's gonna be on the t-shirt now. I delete it.
Darin Maddox, delete it. Coming to a theater near you.
That's what the D in Jokes on D is. Jokes on delete it. Delete that shit.
Delete it. Too much. But we thank you so much for joining us
Oh, thank
on
you guys
Real
for
Talk
having me.
tonight. We love you so much,
Oh,
and
man.
we would like to do a follow-up in maybe 6 months or so, kind of see what you're doing.
Oh, I'm in prison? Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds great.
Yeah. You'll remember just to get Denzel Washington to play your part on the
If you
follow-up.
wouldn't mind. Yeah.
Yeah,
you.
on the
If you
follow-up.
could
Yeah.
pick that up for me.
No problem, no problem. Hit him up, hit him up.
What up, Denzel?
Yeah, Denzel.
Denzel Maddox.
You can call me, got
Here
shit
lies.
on him.
Fucking my worst fear.
And then there's a picture of who's Sean Connery on there. And it's Denzel Maddox.
I'm kind of with that. I feel like people would show up for that shit.
Yeah.
Do you guys know Sean Denzel Connery Maddox is buried here? Like, I didn't know that.
Awesome. Yes. But anyways, again, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it very much.
Thank you guys for having me.
Of course, and we'll do a follow-up so that everybody can see what you're up to.
Free,
and
out on the
elevate.
streets.
Free. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. But in witness
Not in
protection
prison.
as well.
Probably.
Yeah,
Probably.
because Chewy's looking for him now. Anyways, thank you so much for joining Real Talk tonight. We love you. Thank you so much for your support.
Yeah.
And look for Darin Maddox, spelled D-A-R-I-N.
Yes.
Okay?
Last
and Maddox, M-A-D-D-O-X.
M-A-double-D.
Double D's.
O-X.
Double D's.
You get the D twice. At me, ladies. Jokes on D.
You get the D twice. But no more. You can't have
Yeah,
it
that's
3
it.
times,
Yeah,
just
don't get
twice.
greedy. Don't get fucking
Yeah.
greedy, ladies.
Don't be stingy.
I only
There's
got so much stamina.
enough
I got high
to
blood
go
pressure.
around.
I pass out easy.
You'd be lucky to get the D once.
I get winded. I'm getting up there.
Roll over,
Silver
go to
fox.
sleep. You get the axe.
Anyways.
I'm prone to Charlie horses. So
Charlie.
don't get fucking greedy.
So maybe we should just one D.
Yeah, maybe. Let's stick with the original. You can't go wrong.
Yeah.
And a banana to keep from the cramps.
With this banana. Oh my god, okay. This is bad.
Are we ever gonna end?
This is bad. We're gonna continue our laughing after the camera turns off, but you guys have yourselves a great night. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you
Yay.
soon. Thank you. Oh my god, that was fun. My stomach hurts.
Yay. Oh, I had a great time. Thank you guys.
Yeah, that was. I mean, did we touch on everything?
I
Like,
feel like,
yeah.
Shit on
we
kids.
touched on some shit we probably shouldn't have touched on. Let's just
We
say that
touched
is-
it. We sure
Touched
did.
on a lot of,
No,
a
but
lot of
that
shit was touched.
Touched and
That's-
smeared it.
Right,
all over the walls.
pretty much.
It's under the fingernails.
Man.
No, that's what Real Talk Tonight is about, though.
Mhm. I'll
This
get me
right
arrested.
here.
Yep.
Yeah. About shitting on
Fuck,
kids
man,
and
you
all
guys-
of that.